and welcome to the WIHS Journal, Public Affairs from 104.9. I'm Paul Kretschmer with pro-life proponent, the Reverend Jim Harden from upstate New York.
Well, thanks for having me on. It's an honor to be with you. It is a mouthful. It's good timing, though. It takes a lot to get a book published, as I found out, but it's good timing given the fact that women's reproductive health is one of the key issues, if not the key issue, leading up into the presidential election cycle, and certainly was the primary issue that pro-abortion politicians got elected on in the 2020 midterms. So, not to mention the fact that we've got a major decision about to come out in the Fifth Circuit, potentially overturning the FDA's approval of the dangerous chemical abortion drug mifepristone, which, if that happened, would change the landscape of abortion overnight, because over 50% of all abortions right now in America are chemical abortions. Overturning the FDA's approval of this drug would, in effect, eliminate half of all abortions in America overnight. So this potentially has the power to be more impactful than overturning Roe versus Wade last June 24th last year.
Were we too focused on Roe versus Wade without thinking about the other way or ways that people could kill unborn babies, sir?
Yeah, you know what? That's a really good question. I think that the pro-life community was caught flat-footed when Roe versus Wade was overturned. I don't think a lot of people believed it could ever happen, but we did. We were planning. We were basically watching the abortion industry pivot away from surgical abortion starting in 2018 and 2019 and focusing more energy on chemical abortion, because when the Roe versus Wade was overturned, essentially that would cause many states to restrict abortion or outlaw it altogether, forcing the abortion industry to change overnight. So now what they're doing is they're planning on executing their plan, which they've done, to create a hub and spoke model, encouraging women to travel to abortion hub states like California and New York to get their abortions, or spoking it out, sending these dangerous chemical abortion drugs to women in the mail. Now, these chemical abortion drugs are found to be 500% more dangerous than surgical abortions, and causing hemorrhaging, sepsis, pelvic inflammatory disease, internal scarring, and death. All of these things are not being told to women. In fact, a fraud is being perpetrated, a national fraud. They're being told that chemical abortion is safer than Tylenol. So I think you're right. We did focus perhaps not enough on the unintended consequences of overturning Roe versus Wade, insofar as women were still going to be getting abortions, and it was not going to be outlawing abortion at the state level. It was simply pushing it back down to the states to decide for themselves what to do about regulating abortion. What we did find out, though, is that most Americans do want abortion regulated at the state level, and they do want to have a say in it. So pro-abortion politicians, in charge of the Democrat Party right now, they want to rob states of the ability to regulate abortion, rob citizens of the states to have a say in regulation of abortion. So that's a problem that I think also is currently being addressed. But if the Biden administration and Joe Biden himself get their wish, they would pass a law to essentially make abortion a fundamental human right. Now, that goes way beyond Roe versus Wade, because when you make abortion a fundamental human right, it extracts abortion from the medical system, of course, and abortion is not medical care. I'll talk about that in a second. But it goes way beyond simply giving women abortions to, if, for example, you are seen or can be proved that you are somehow standing in the way of a woman exercising her right to get an abortion, you could be charged and tried with a criminal violation of conspiring to deprive a woman of her civil rights. What this does in effect is it outlaws all public pro-life activity. And this is exactly what they want. And by they, I mean, pro-life politicians, the abortion industry, et cetera, et cetera. Why? Why do I say that? It's because that's what they have said. Elizabeth Warren, came out of Massachusetts last year saying we need to shut down all these pro-life pregnancy centers because they're terrorizing women, harming women. But we're the ones being terrorized. Pro-life pregnancy centers are literally being firebombed by pro-abortion Antifa domestic terrorists in a front group known as Jane's Revenge. We were firebombed a year ago, 366 days ago, $500,000 of damage. 2 firefighters were injured in putting out the blaze, and now over 300 attacks on pro-life entities since then, and no convictions. None. I mean, what is this? What is happening in America? And why is it that pro-life Christians are considered to be some sort of dangerous phenomenon in America by certain types of people, when all we do is provide ethical medical care and comprehensive community support to women facing unplanned pregnancy for free? Why is that a dangerous concept? What? And I mean, I've had a lot of time to think about it, and I think the answer is they're afraid of what we believe. They're afraid of the primary belief that drives most public pro-life activity. We believe that all people are made in the image of God and therefore equally valuable, without qualification and without partiality. We're being treated as pro-life citizens like second-class citizens. We're being denied the equal protection under the law in the 14th Amendment simply because we believe that preborn boys and girls ought to be afforded equal protection under the law. I mean, what does the Declaration of Independence say? We are endowed by our Creator with certain inalienable rights. We're not endowed by our government with fabricated ones. It's the Declaration of Independence, not the Declaration of Dependence. And so that's why I felt like I needed to write a book. I write a book about the nature of medical ethics in the context of women's reproductive health. Because I don't care which way you slice it, abortion has never been and never will be considered ethical medical care. It's actually, historically, in Western medicine, considered quackery. I mean, even if you look at the Hippocratic Oath, the oath the doctors would take before they started practicing medicine independently, there's a statement in the original Hippocratic Oath that goes like this: I will not give a woman an abortive remedy. I will not give a woman an abortive remedy. Which is a fancy way of saying, look, abortion is wrong. It's not medical care. And why? Why choose abortion out of all the things that could have been put into the Hippocratic Oath that doctors would take for thousands of years? Why abortion? And it's because the purpose of medicine is to heal and to maintain the health of the patient. And abortion does neither one of those two things for either the woman and certainly not the baby. Abortion is the original quackery. And so it is when a doctor sees a pregnant woman, he is supposed to be seeing 2 patients, not just one. And, so the pro-abortion politicians are saying, well, look, what about rape and what about incest and what about the life of the mother? These things combined, rape, incest, and life of the mother, are statistically so insignificant you can't measure them. And if you want to add it all together, more than 99% of all abortions have nothing to do with rape, incest, or the life of the mother. So medical technology is supposed to be used for the purpose of saving everybody's life. That's why medical technology and medicine exists. It does not exist to be leveraged for the purpose of hastening someone's demise or for killing someone. That is not the job of medicine. It's to protect humanity, not to destroy it. And humanity's instance is found in every individual, and that includes preborn boys and girls. Wherever you are on the spectrum of maturity, you are a full human being. Everybody, no one's fully mature, but your human DNA and my human DNA manages our maturation from fertilization all the way through natural death. So wherever we are on the spectrum of maturity, we are fully human. That is and must be the perspective of medical care, because human dignity is not only certainly found in the fact that we're made in God's image, but because of that, we need to protect humanity.
Thank you, Reverend Jim Harden, for your time today.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
If you'd like to hear more about what you heard today, call us at 860-346-1049, 860-346-1049, or send an email to office@wihsradio.org, office@wihsradio.org. The opinions expressed are those of the participants, not necessarily those of the staff or management of the station. I'm Paul Kretschmer for the WIHS Journal, Public Affairs from 104.9 WIHS.